happening, guys? Welcome back to Every Pokémon Ever. Last time we were just about to enter Rocket Hideout and take down that ruthless gang of criminals. You can find their secret operations in the basement of a casino. Where else would it be? Head to the back of the game corner and you'll find a shady figure in front of a poster. There's a secret switch behind it and it opens up a staircase that leads down to the world of evil. You technically don't have to do the Rocket Hideout if you don't want to. You can go to the Saffron City department store, buy a Pokédoll, head back to Lavender Town, enter the Pokémon Tower, go up to where you battle that Marowak. You say it's a ghost, I say it's a Marowak, trust me, I've played this before, and boom, it'll mistake the Pokédoll for its own child, it'll head back to the spirit world or whatever, you'll get to meet Mr. Fuji and skip the whole Silph Co adventure altogether. But there are some cool items that we can pick up in Rocket Hideout, and we're also going to want to go to the Silph Company later to get a Lapras and a Master Ball. So for nostalgia's sake, let's do this thing. Head down the staircase, go around here, and head down the other staircase. We'll get to that big maze that was on the left in a little bit. Down here you'll find a smaller maze. Follow this path to get through. Spinny, 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 spinny. Now that you're thoroughly dizzy, head down the staircase into the next room. If you go up and to the left, you'll find a Team Rocket Grunt just waiting to do battle with you. Do battle. Once you defeat him, he'll drop a lift key. You can use this item to operate the elevator. Now that we have our lift key, let's head back up the staircase and through that small maze on the right side. You'll find a rare candy off to the far right. Now you're going to want to head back up to that big maze that we saw earlier. And you guessed it, more spinning. You can follow this path to get through. This is seriously worse than those teacup rides at the carnival. Anyway, once you hit the bottom right of the maze, you'll finally arrive at the elevator. Go ahead and use your lift key and head down to the basement 4th floor. That's what they call deep, deep underground. After you blow away a couple of Team Rocket Grunts, you're finally ready to battle the big boy himself, Giovanni. This guy is pure evil. Anyway, against your level 100 Pokemon, his team should be a piece of cake. After you wipe him out, he'll drop a Silph Scope. Go ahead and grab this and let's get out of here. Once again, if you use the Pokédoll method, you don't have to do this part of the quest. I just did it because I love rare candy.
I want the candy.
I went ahead and used an escape rope to return to the surface. If you remember, at the end of the last video, we grabbed a fresh water from the vending machine. We're gonna head over to the guard post outside of Saffron City, and he's just gonna take the bottle of water without even asking. How rude. It's all good though, because he's gonna share some with the other guards, and now we can access Saffron City whenever our heart desires. I know, crazy, right? There was a time when 4 people could share a bottle of water without having to worry about anything. Nuts. Once you're inside of Saffron City, you'll notice a bunch of Team Rocket Grunts loitering in inconvenient places. What are you doing? Get out of the way! Can't you move over 1 foot? Jeez. Human roadblock problems aside, I heard there's something going down in Lavender Town, so I'm going to head back over there and check out the Pokémon Tower. With Silph Scope in hand, now you can identify ghosts on your way to the top. And here I caught a Ghastly, 2 Haunter, and a Cubone. I also battled that Marowak. Don't even try to catch it, it's a ghost. Be respectful. You're not crying, I'm crying! After that emotional goodbye, I rescued Mr. Fuji and returned to his house where he gifted me a Poké Flute. After that exciting side quest, we have to return to Saffron City and find out that this guard has fallen asleep. Ha ha ha, time to break in. Like I said earlier, we do have to enter the Silph Company to get a Lapras and progress the story. It's 11 stories of mayhem unless you know exactly where you're going. Just follow me, you'll be okay. First, you want to take the elevator or the stairs up to the 5th floor. This area is full of warp panels, so pay close attention so that you don't get lost. Head down to the left and step on this warp panel here. You want to step back on it to return to where you just were. Head down and battle the Team Rocket Grunt here, and then over to the right you'll find an item called the card key. This item allows you to unlock certain doors around the building. Alright, let's head back to the left, step on that warp panel, step on it again to return to where you just were, and head up to the elevator or stairs. Now you want to go down to the 3rd floor. Once here, head down and battle the Grunt, and then over to the left we'll find a door that we can unlock with our card key. Once inside, step on this warp panel and you'll be transported to a room where, surprise surprise, Mr. Rival's here to battle. What's good, Brandon? After the battle and absolutely no help from Brandon, go ahead and talk to the guy on the left. He'll just give you a Lapras, one of the perks of being a hero. After obtaining Lapras, head to the next warp panel and it'll transport you right up to the top floor. Head down the hallway and you'll find a couple of Team Rocket Grunts to battle. You can then unlock the door with your card key, and inside you'll find Giovanni once again. After defeating Giovanni, he'll comment on how horrible you are and then he'll disappear. The president of Silph Co will then gift you a Master Ball. This is the rarest item in the game, make sure you do not get rid of this. Now with Team Rocket out of the way, we can explore Saffron City to our heart's content. Oh look, more warp panels. Yay. I easily claimed my Marsh badge from Sabrina at the Saffron City gym. Then I headed next door and checked out the unofficial gym. There you'll find a self-proclaimed gym leader, the Karate King, who gifts you a Hitmonlee or a Hitmonchan for defeating him. I went with Hitmonlee, sorry Jackie Chan, but once again this doesn't really matter, we'll get both of these later. If you're like me and you didn't get your bike yet, head over to Cerulean City and grab the bike, we're gonna need it to continue our journey. Next I went to Celadon City and then headed west. Do you remember the Poke Flute? Out here you'll find a Snorlax that's fast asleep. Use the Poke Flute and play a little song to wake him up. He's very, very grumpy, but he is catchable. You might also notice this tree at the northern part of Route 16. We're gonna cut that down, head through the building to a secret house. Out here you'll find a hermit lady in a house who's really terrified about her location being known for some reason. She'll gift you HM02 Fly in return for keeping her secret. Fly is awesome. It allows you to travel to any city that you've been to before. That's convenient. Next I'll whip out my bike and take a nice little bike ride down Cycling Road, avoiding trainers all along the way. Can't stop me now, Professor Oak, haha! Now that I'm on Route 18, I can catch a Doduo, a Fearow, and Eradicate before I head into Fuchsia City. Our first order of business here is to defeat Koga and get the Soul Badge. Then I'll head over and check out the Safari Zone. This is where our Pokédex is just gonna explode with new entries. Gotta catch 'em all. The mechanics of the Safari Zone, however, to put it bluntly, piss me off. They took the traditional battle system and threw it out the window and replaced it with two options. You can either throw a rock at a Pokemon, or you can throw bait at a Pokemon. Did anyone here see the anime where Ash threw a rock at that Spearow? How did that work out for him? Yeah, sounds like a good idea, right? Yeah, no. But, you know, my personal opinions aside, the methodology here is pretty simple. If you throw a rock at a Pokemon, it makes it easier to catch, but more likely to run away. And if you throw bait at a Pokemon, it makes it harder to catch, but more likely to stick around for a little while. You have to juggle these mechanics around, and there's a whole mathematical formula that deals with this and what you should do in each situation. But let's be real here, my method is this. Just start chucking balls at Pokemon and hope for the best. I mean, honestly, especially when you encounter these Pokemon that are 1 to 5% and they keep running away and you keep chucking balls and they keep running away, you're going to get frustrated. You're probably gonna rip out all your hair and chuck your Game Boy against the wall, exploding it into bits of juicy Nintendo goodness. But trust me, this is doable. You're able to get through this. Before focusing on catching Pokemon, I want to show you guys how to get through the Safari Zone to the secret house. You only have a certain number of steps, and we need to get to the house to get HM03 Surf. To start out, head off to the right to the next area. Then you want to hop up on this rock formation and then head back to the left. Go all the way up until you hit another rock formation, cross this and head up and to the left. And then onward into the next area. Our goal in this section is to head up and around these lakes, and then down the other side. Then you can head down to the next area, and we'll find the gold teeth sitting out here in the middle of the grass. We're gonna need to pick these up to get strength. Then out here you'll also find the secret house. Inside, the attendant will gift you HM03 Surf for being the first one to reach the house. By teaching Surf to a Pokemon, we can now transport ourselves over water. Now we can re-enter the Safari Zone and focus on the slew of new Pokemon that we have to catch. This first main hub area here is called Area 1 Central. Out here I managed to catch a Venonat, 2 Nidorino, 2 Nidorina, 2 Rhyhorn, 2 Execute, a Parasect, and eventually a Scyther, and a Chansey. Chansey is probably the hardest Pokemon to catch in the game. All I can say is good luck. I wanted to take a moment to just let you guys know my videos also do have after credit scenes. Yeah, you better believe it. We're on par with Marvel movies and Fast and the Furious over here. If you do stick around to the end of my videos, you'll often find a little skit that's good for a chuckle or two. On this particular video, I'll show you one such encounter with the Chansey, so stick around for that. Anyway, the next area off to the right is called Area 1 East. Why is it not just called Area 2? I don't know, because that would be too easy. I didn't make the game. Out here I caught a Paris, and the ridiculously difficult Kangaskhan. You'll remember heading up on the rock terrace and over to the left. This area here is called Area 2. Out here I found a Venomoth. And then the final area with the secret house is called Area 3. This is where I found Tauros. Now with a brand new collection of Pokemon, you want to head to this house in Fuchsia City. This is where the Game Warden lives, and he kinda sounds weird at the moment. If you give him the gold teeth, you'll find out that he was just an old man missing his dentures. He'll be so happy that he'll gift you HM04 strength, and now you can move mountains. Or, you know, just little boulders, but yeah, you get the point. Then we'll head next door to visit the fishing guru's older brother. He'll gift you a good rod. You can test it out in his backyard and catch 3 Poliwag and 2 Goldeen. Whew! After that long Safari Zone run and catching all those rare and exciting Pokemon, I think it's time to call it quits for the day. Join me next time on our quest to get all the badges and compete in the Pokemon League. See ya! Every Pokémon Ever is 100% non-profit, by the fans, for the fans, but there is a way that you can help out. We're supporting St. Jude Children's Hospital. Donate today and help end childhood cancer.